When organizations are creating models, they're building them from scratch. When they're adapting models, they're changing pieces of them to fit the unique needs of their organization. When they're consuming models, or AI, they're taking advantage of some of the AI models that are already existing.
Creating AI requires huge swaths of data. Some of the models are in the trillions and trillions of data points. All of those data points have to be curated, manicured, and cleansed, and all sorts of stuff. That involves data scientists, data architects, data engineers, and a vast army of resources in terms of compute and networking and storage and all that other stuff. There are organizations like OpenAI and Google and Mistral and Anthropic and all of those that are creating foundational models, and they're creating these resources, these tools that we can then use.
There are two ways I really think about adaptation as we think about the models. Basically taking your knowledge base or knowledge about your environment and then using that as part of augmenting your prompts. So giving it knowledge, helping it to respond. The second part of adaptation is really about if you want to train the model to do something new or different, a new task, there's something called fine-tuning. So we use fine-tuning to be able to adjust the parameters of the model to be able to learn those new tasks. And that allows us to be able to then teach it new tricks, if you will, to be able to respond more effectively without having to create a massive prompt in order to be able to get it to do the kinds of things you want, like, for example, creating marketing material or something like that. On the consumption side, when we think about it, it's using, say, prompt engineering or chatting with your data is really a primary way for us to think about consuming AI. So we use a pre-trained model, which is a large language model, and we've all heard about those, like OpenAI's large language model. And so that's really how most people think about it.
So think Microsoft Copilot or an Adobe Firefly, or Salesforce now has it built into their applications. And you're gonna see this spread across many, many applications. The hard part on those is not the AI itself, but learning how to communicate and interact with these AIs. And even more subtly, how these AI tools are going to transform our own internal organization. So it's all about adoption, change management, education, those things. Very hard to do, but in a different way.